Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to be doing a very simple bridal style on my 4C hair. And also, while I'm doing this 4C hairstyle thing, I'm gonna be talking, especially answering some of the questions you guys have been asking me about my wedding in Turkey. Okay, I'll be answering some of the questions that I have frequently been asked several times regarding my wedding in Turkey as a foreigner to a Turkish man. Okay, so let's go. By the way, this marks the third year since I got married here in Turkey. Like, I have been married for 3 years in Turkey, but regarding the wedding, this is the second year after our marriage. So this is actually yesterday was our wedding anniversary. So happy wedding anniversary to me and also to us. Okay, so the very first thing, like I said, I normally use Gulsu. This is rose water to actually soften my hair. So I'm gonna sprinkle, okay, and massage my hair. Yes, and Noldo. So you want to make sure that your hair is very much moisturized, and you are working on moisturized hair. Okay, I'm sorry there's so much noise from the background because of the kids, so you're gonna bear with me. And the reason why I love rose water, especially the Turkish brand, it is because they are actually authentic. Like, they are naturally authentic. Like, they put a lot of effort making it. It's not diluted. It is pure rose water, and you already know the importance of rose water, especially on your skin and also on your hair. So if you are having a difficult time managing your fussy hair, it is time to consider buying one. Tell me in the comment section, do you guys want me to sell some of these products online? Like, do you want to find some of these products from Turkey on my Etsy shop? Tell me, and I'm gonna be actually giving you the links to them. Okay, so the very first question I receive on my Instagram and also other social media is, when did you get married? Like, when did you come to Turkey and when did you get married? Now, I came in Turkey in 2020. That was just after the breakup of, or the breakout of COVID. It was during that season. In fact, it was like 1 week after when I came in Turkey, then everything closed. They closed the boundaries. Like, you could not travel. I know you understand what I'm saying if you are on those time. So I came from Qatar to Turkey, and I was coming for work, and also I was coming to meet my boyfriend, who is now my husband. Okay, so that week, 1 week after I came in, it was totally closed. You could not travel, you could not go anywhere, and anybody could not go anywhere. There was so much restriction, the outbreak of COVID. Okay, so when I came, the very first thing, I met my husband. My husband met me. I met the family and everything. Okay, remember, I was still working in Qatar. So after sprinkling your hair, you will make sure that it is well moisturized, like so. What you're gonna need is actually to apply some coconut oil. I normally use pure coconut oil also, and the best thing about this coconut oil is that it moisturizes your hair. It leaves it actually feeling so great, and also it helps in growing your hair. Okay, make sure to use a towel. I'm not using a towel because I'm gonna remove the clothes. Okay, so this is how it looks like. It smells so good. By the way, the rose water also smells good. Okay, then I just take some and then put on my hand, then start massaging on my hair like so, like this. Okay, and also on the tips to make it actually also moisturize everything. Okay. Now, the next question I normally receive is, when I came to Turkey, how did I navigate through everything until I got married? Now, when I came to Turkey, I did not actually, remember I came in with a visit, not a visit, a work permit visa. So it means that I came in as working, like I had a job that I was doing. And then after 1 year, my visa was valid for 1 year. Work permit visa, which is also can be used as a resident permit, it was valid for 1 year. So I had no rush, even if I was coming to see my boyfriend. If things could not go the way we planned, I could have already still returned to my country after 1 year and then say, no, I'm not doing this. But that was not the aim of our marriage, our relationship. We were going actually to get married afterwards, okay? So I came in with a work permit visa, worked, not really working. And then after 1 year, that's why I say we are married for 3 years, but literally our anniversary, like wedding anniversary, is for 2 years. Okay, now after finishing after I have moisturized my hair like that, okay, and you know the funny thing about our fussy hair is these little things. Can you see, guys? I don't know if you can see. Can you see my hair, guys? My fussy hair, you can see. I'm trying to show you the little things, these little things, these ones. You don't need to use, you don't need to actually worry about them. You can easily, the reason why I use rose water and also the coconut oil is actually to be able to remove it like this, okay, easily remove. Now, another question that I always receive, who picked you from the airport? Of course, it was my boyfriend, who is now my husband. Because when I came to Turkey, I had no one. Like I was not that I had no one, but the person who organized everything for me, even my work permit, was my husband, who is and like my boyfriend, who is now my husband. So at least I had someone who is actually behind the scene working for me, because I didn't know anyone in Turkey, and also even doing the paperwork, it was my husband. So he was the one who came, picked me. So when I arrived in the airport in Istanbul, by the way, did you watch the story whereby I tell you how I got lost, how my bag got left? That is a story for another day. If you haven't watched, I'm going to link the link so that you can hear that story. Now, when I arrived in Izmir, remember I arrived in Istanbul and then later came to Izmir in the airport. My mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my sister-in-law, they were all there waiting for me, and my now husband had the flowers and waiting for me. And do you know that it's so funny meeting a person maybe for the first or for the first few moments or for the first few days, you even don't know how you're gonna react, okay? And I did not film, okay? I was not a YouTuber the same way I'm right now. If it were right now, I could have actually recorded for you to see, but unfortunately I did not, okay? Another freaking question that I receive a lot of times is about the visit visa and which visa is right for you to come to Turkey when you are planning your marriage. Now, this depends. You can either come on a visit visa, which is limited in terms of time, and also if you have the papers, you have arranged everything, you can actually easily do what? Easily navigate through and then use a visit visa. But if you have other let's say you come in with a business visa, or you come in with work permit visa, it allows you more time. Right now, getting a visa, not even a visa, getting the resident permit in Turkey has been a very, very big thing. Like they are not approving resident permit, so it can be very difficult. So you must make sure that you are considering the time that you are using when you are coming to Turkey. Make sure that it is aligning with your visa, okay? and also do your further research about which documents. Use Google, guys. You can actually get more information on Google. Try as much as possible to get the right information also from your embassy, depending on where you are coming from. Make sure that you are talking to the embassy guys so that they can give you the updated list of documents that are required. Now, another question I receive a lot: which documents are needed to get married in Turkey as a foreigner? Now, like I said, my husband is a Turkish. He was the one who was handling everything in terms of paperwork, especially the ones here concerning here. Now, I have done this video about the documents needed. I have given you a guideline. I'm gonna try to find that video so that you can also watch and learn. But in general, what I did, like the documents that were needed, some of them, they were my passport, okay, his passport, and also my resident permit, like the Turkish resident permit to process everything. And my documents were also notarized, both, especially mine, because mine were in English. Remember, we were going to get married here in Turkey, not in Kenya. Okay, you see what I'm doing right now? I want you to see, guys. Okay, so remember, you're gonna be needed some documents. For instance, the birth certificate, your passport. My passport, my birth certificate, all of them, they were notarized here in Turkey by no, an authorized Turkish notary. And also remember, if your name on the passport and the birth certificate, they are differing, even if it is in one letter, you're going to be required to change or to align them. Okay, so depending on where you're coming from, make sure that they are aligning all of them. Otherwise, it's going to be a very big problem. Okay, now as you can see, I have done a line like this. Now I want to do this. Okay, the reason why I'm telling you your birth and passport should be at this, like you should align all of them. It is because if they are not aligning, then you're gonna have a problem with the embassy and also with actually processing everything. Okay, so make sure that they are all the same. Another thing, make sure that they are notarized by an authorized notary in Turkey. That is if you are having marriage here in Turkey. Okay, and also your husband's or your boyfriend's documents, make sure that they are all of them, they are actually like all of them, all of your documents are actually going to be notarized, okay, to prove that they are true copies of what you are doing. Okay, now another question that I always get a lot, did you do a henna night? Now this one, I did not remember. I was here in Turkey. I was still learning even the Turkish language and also the Turkish tradition, and some of them I had not known. Like I had no idea this is what is supposed to be done. And remember, the language barrier is a major thing here. My mother-in-law and sister-in-law tried to explain to me, but I was not even understanding. Okay, so we did not do it. And remember, we were doing our wedding in actually during the time of COVID. We were restricted. Even getting the appointment, they told us you can only like you can only invite up to maximum 15 people indoors, not outside. Okay, so the restaurants, all the hotels or something, they were fully closed. Even my parents could not travel. I remember that time when I was telling my mother that we're gonna have a wedding, and she was like, oh my goodness, I wish I was there. My father was still alive. God rest his soul, he's now late. And they were just in Kenya, nobody came. The reason being, it was during the COVID. So here it was only my mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law, friends, my stepkids, the two sons, my husband friends, and that's all. I had some few friends from Istanbul, they had booked, like we were to actually meet, but we couldn't because of the travel restriction. So it was tough. It was not easy for me. It was not easy. Okay, so that's why my parents was not there. My sisters, my brothers were not there, but it was wonderful. And also the henna night. About the henna night, I was not doing the henna night. Of course, this was not my first marriage. If you have been following me, you will understand that I had a previous marriage. I have I was not a virgin. I'm not a virgin. And I'm not saying that all Turkish girls who do henna night are virgins, but and also literally because I'm a foreigner, you know. I didn't know anything like the henna night and stuff. I did not. I just came to realize all of these things after our marriage. Okay. Now I'm gonna pin this one here. Okay. I want you guys to see what I'm doing now. Now, another question that I get most: who was your bride's maid? Like, who was your bridesmaid? Now, my husband, they needed two witnesses. When you are getting married here in Turkey, you will have to provide a witness. So my husband, two friends, husband and wife, they came, and then we had our wedding that day. Now, let's talk about the wedding day itself. That day it was raining like hell from morning up to evening. It was just raining. We had like there was nothing that I could do. Like it was just raining. It was so difficult to actually even go outside and do a photo shoot or stuff because of the rain. It was literally raining. It rained that day, and yeah, even though we were disappointed, but at the same time we were just okay with the rain. My mother-in-law, she was super happy when it was raining, and she was telling me that there are blessings. And I'm like, what are you saying? The rain just literally spoiled everything for us. So our wedding, we did our wedding inside our home here. We had someone who came, the organizers. It was very limited, like very not too much people, not too much, like the simplest wedding that you can do. We just actually went at the registration office, me, my husband, the two witnesses, my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law. No, my mother-in-law and father-in-law, they remained here. Yeah, so we just went there in two cars. Actually, there were only two cars, and then we came back. We find everybody in the house, in the home, literally waiting for us. Okay, so this is my Simbo style. I don't know if you can see it. It's coming up pretty well. So another question that I receive a lot, another question that I normally receive is, during our wedding, where was our wedding? Like I said, our wedding was, we did it very simple wedding here at home, in my home. Okay, and we were we had a few people, not a lot of people, simply because of the restriction, because of the COVID. Okay, if I had a chance to do a wedding, I'll do it outside, but we could not do it because of the restriction. Okay, now another question that someone asked, I'm trying to answer the ones that have been asked. Were you happy? Okay, I was happy doing a wedding. At the same time, I was sad. Reason being, I'm doing a wedding without my parents, sisters, or anyone here. Okay, so that's why I say I was a little bit sad. So you can imagine, I was doing a wedding, my parents were not here, so it was obvious I was not happy, not fully happy, but I was happy that my parents here, my brother-in-law, my mother-in-law, father-in-law were there. They were so welcoming. so supportive of our relationship. So it was nice, I have to say. Yeah, so you can see I turned this side like so. So it was very nice, very minimalistic wedding, but it was very unique. Okay, now another question that I received: will you do another wedding in Kenya? Yes, I will do, definitely. Probably this year or next year, inshallah. We're gonna be going to Kenya, and the very first thing we will do when we go to Kenya, we will have a another minimal wedding, actually, to celebrate and also to join with the family. Okay, another question I always receive: how did your parents react to your wedding? Remember, I was a Christian, like I'm a Christian, I'm still a Christian. It's not like I'm still a Christian, and my husband is a Muslim. So okay, at first my parents were a little bit worried. My mother, my brothers, my sisters, they were a little bit worried. Why am I getting to non-Christian? But after explaining to them and also telling them how much I value or how much I need to get married, and also how much I need their blessings, it's not like I was doing something illegal, but I needed the blessing from my parents. Remember, I did a wedding when my father was still alive, and my father was always supportive and wanted me to get married again as soon as possible. And he could literally ask, when are you coming, like when are you bringing me? When that time when I was still young, he could actually ask me, when are you bringing me my son? When am I going to see my son-in-law? That was my father. And I could see how much this wedding was actually, like how much my father was excited, and I was super happy. He was supportive, even my mother. But like getting married to a Muslim family, it was something that both of them, they were actually worried. Let me just be honest, it's not easy getting married in a different religion. Remember, depending on your family, that the family that you're getting married to, either they accept that you will still be a Christian or not. So it all depends. How open-minded are they? How you going to navigate through? Because it's not easy. Okay, but by the grace of God, like I said, we have managed to actually come this far. I believe that we are going far. That's my hope. Okay, so that's how we actually managed to get married here, despite everything, and just get married as a foreigner and also as a Christian. So as you can see, I've done the final thing. I know this is so simple, but if I were to do a wedding that doesn't require a lot of stuff, I'll just do that. Now I'm gonna attach this one maybe here or something. I don't know how it normally does. Yeah, maybe something like that. Can you see? Can you guys see what I just did? Okay, and then I can actually do something like this. So if you don't want this, you can actually put something else. Okay, but for me, I think, I have a big forehead. But I think this is good. Now yeah, so that is it, guys. I think I have given you some info about a wedding. If you're getting married in Turkey, it's not that easy, but it is very much doable. Okay, I'm sorry, my little girl, she was here making some background noise as usual. If you have any questions, I'm gonna be answering some of your questions, and yeah, we're gonna catch up later. For now, If you want to see more hair tutorial for natural hair, do me one favor, go to my channel Shafi Beauty, subscribe, and let's keep on learning together. Until next time again, I'll see you guys. Görüşürüz. Bye bye. I don't know if it is okay. Can you see my final look? So this is my final look. Or maybe it should be a little bit. Yay! Now the problem is removing it. It has stuck on my hair. Maybe put it here. Something like that. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you're liking my content and you want to support me, support my other channel, hair channel, it is called Shafi Beauty. Go subscribe, guys, and let's keep on learning. I know this video was random one. I have not answered all the questions. If you have any question, let me know. And if you're liking my content, you want to see more, you want to hear me speak more, do me one favor, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and let's keep on growing together. Until next time again,
here we are, a million stars floating.